Hey guys, how's it going? Companion here. Today we're going to go over some interesting feedback a lot of people have given about Hearthstone, and this largely has to do with the people that play on the phone clients. I checked out some of the reviews. It was inspired by a Reddit post. Reddit post kind of went over and made fun of some of the one-star reviews that people gave towards Hearthstone after playing it on their phone. And while that was pretty funny, and I'm going to go over all of those, I also checked the system out myself. You guys can check it out too. It's the Android reviews on Google Play, and you guys can see that. And you can see basically people who play Hearthstone through the phone client, what their experience is like, what their issues are, and you kind of get like a window into the noobs of the Hearthstones. So let's go through some of the reviews, and I'll summarize some of the thoughts, maybe some of which aren't really mentioned in the reviews. I'll go over. So overall, this game has 335,000 reviews, votes. It's like ridiculous. Yeah, that's a huge number for me. Some of the games have similar things on Google Play. That's a lot. A lot of people these days use their phone to play stuff, and that's just the reality. That's why Hearthstone is the game that it is. Blizzard wanted a game that they could adapt to many different operating systems, including those on the phone clients. And to me, that's a little bit sad because I've always been like a PC, a computer type of guy. But that's the reality. I mean, you go on a bus, you go on a subway, you go in a public place. Everybody is looking at their cell phone, reading something, watching something, playing something. That's how it is these days. So it's good to tap into that market because, well, Blizzard is yeah, they make good games, but it's a business. They got to make the money. So they got to get the audience. So let's get to the reviews. Unbalanced. Game designers need to wake up. Zero warlocks and high-level ranked priests overpowered. Yes, of course. It's all about the priests at high-ranked Hearthstone. So disappointed. I love Warcraft. I was so excited when I heard this game was out for droids. Once I started playing and got pretty far into it, I realized that it's nothing more than a bullshit scam. It doesn't even matter what cards you buy or the deck you build. It's just a crapshoot every time as to whether you're going to get the cards you need. And apparently he took a basic deck to legend just by using buff spells. Of course he did. And yes, I played warrior and didn't get a weapon in arena. That's amazingly unlucky. Of course, that never happens to anyone. Yeah, there's a lot of RNG in a card game. Who knew? This game sucks. Try to play the game, but after 2 days of trying, I couldn't even perform an attack. 2 days, huh? Wow. Shit, just pathetic. Nothing random and all's pay to win. It's just another shit that Blizzard is sugarcoating for money. Sure, it has cool video effects, but that all it has, though, buying a lot of cards. There's just a slim chance to win. One legendary can cost you the entire game. And you guessed this, you have to buy a shit ton of cards to get the legendaries you need. A big fuck you, Blizzard, for this poor excuse of a game. So yeah, some people don't like to spend money when playing games on their phones, but I actually looked up some other games, that kind of stuff, and it seems like a lot of people actually do enjoy spending money on games, just, a little bit of the minority. Would give 0 stars after trying for 2 minutes to choose agree for the terms of service. In terms of use, I decided to uninstall this game. Might be good, might be bad, but I'll never know about that. Blizzard acting awfully. Game design choices in this game are absolutely poor and impossible for new players to get a steady footing. Blizzard is clearly greedy and completely out of touch with its user base. A fair 1 star. A real piece of shit. It wasn't even 30 seconds after I downloaded and opened it that my phone got slow. I can't open any of my other apps now, plus 1.6 gigs of memory. Are you effing serious? I'd give it no stars if I could. Even after deleting, my phone is still slow. Save your phone, don't download this game. Really buggy. Every time I try and play Arena, it never fails. Either I keep getting disconnected or my hands suck. I will never pay to play this game until the bugs are fixed. Yes, his original issues are totally bugs. But I can't play solo adventure and my hand's perfect and I can never lose. And during any zone that does not require coins to join, I never get disconnected. Seems a bit fishy in my opinion, of course. Illidan Storm Rage level is unfair. This level or mission is so unfair. How do they expect you to pass this? Don't even know how to play, so hate this game. If they at least give you a little chance, it would be fine. But no, uninstalling this totally, never playing again. And then there's like some thing. I don't know. It's possibly the worst game ever, really. Game is free to play, but unless you buy packs of real life money, you don't stand a chance. So pretty much it's free, but you're going to be losing most games to fat virgin nerds who spend mommy's money on cards. And when you actually verse someone with a life who doesn't buy card packs, it's complete RNG, meaning that there is no skill. It depends solely on what card you draw and when you draw it. Got this game for when I'm bored with nothing to do, but this game is for nerds with mommy's credit card number. It's nice to get people to pay for your stuff. I wish I could give it zero stars. I can't even get past Storm Rage again. The fight with him is way too difficult, of course. Alien Storm Rage, by the way, is like the 5th tutorial boss, which is still really hard to lose. Maybe I'll show you guys one day. Waste of time. Yet another game that your performance is based on the money you spend. Too many players with all the good cards. I have lost more games to ridiculous cards like double health, then make attack equal to it, to the point where someone has 39 attack. Come on, guys, there has to be a limit there. Yeah, guys. Divine Spirit, Inner Fire, those cards are so expensive. They're just littered with dollar signs. These cards are basically solid gold. Nobody can have them. It's not only that, they're just so imbalanced that everybody's playing Priest, just as the review earlier mentioned. You know, it's just Priest, 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 so ridiculously overpowered, you can never beat them. Shittiest game ever. Whenever I win a ranked game, I don't get any stars, but when I lose 2. Right. And for God's sake, it's pay to win every time I play against some. They have to have at least 3 legendaries, which is insane since it takes quite a lot of time to acquire such cards, so why not pay? Uninstalling this idiotic game that takes no skills if you have legendaries. Just a message for Blizzard. All your games are heavily criticized and acclaimed. Alas, been so long since acclaimed. Wonder why? Shame on you guys, you haven't brought out anything for the guys and girls who brought your company up from the basement so long ago. Try finishing a product before you sell it to the masses. Every other company in the world does. Fellow letdown gamers, join the boycott on, I guess, Facebook. Won't pay, won't play. Only lag when you're winning. That's an interesting theory. Fuck this game app. When I'm losing, it never lag. But when I'm about to win, get quest gold, OT lag every fucking time. I'm gonna go back to PC. Fuck this shit. Yeah, of course. So I mean, you guys get the idea. There's some issues. Some people are unhappy. Some people, okay, most of these guys, of course, are a bit irrational. They don't make too much sense with their criticisms for the game. But you know, I took a look at like all the reviews that people had, and you know, it's kind of a cool thing for me. You know, I'm really into computers. I'm really into computer parts, and looking up reviews to determine how good a product is something I just enjoy doing. So this is quite a lot of fun, and there are some issues with the game for the phone client. It is a really big game, so it takes up a lot of space. It takes up a lot of resources. A lot of people have like crappy phones, so it's like laggy. Their phones crash. Some people try to play the game in areas that don't have very good connection to the internet or don't have very good data, so they get a lot of disconnects, very frequent disconnects. A lot of people complain about that. But there are a few other problems that maybe are a little bit bigger that a lot of people complained about. The other was that, okay, there's a lot of problems when the game updates. So when they have like a patch, people like just can't play. Like they have to like, you know, just delete the client, try installing it again. It's just like a total mess. And to do that through a phone is a real pain in the ass. So that's maybe a bit of a problem with Tavern Brawl, perhaps requiring constant patch updates from Blizzard. So far, the Tavern Brawl patch was out 2 weeks ago. We've seen 2 different Tavern Brawls, and all the cards in those 2 Tavern Brawls have been data mined from that patch. So it might be like a bi-weekly or maybe a 3-week cycle that they will have to patch the game. And in effect, Tavern Brawl might negatively influence the people playing on their Android devices. Rank mode is horrible for new players. This is not something new. I feel it's not really that bad. I don't think it's really the card quality that really hurts people. I think someone who's like generally pretty good at games and has average common sense I think can do pretty well with just the base decks and just, check out the game and see what it's about. And if they like that type of game, maybe they can move on to the next level. I think that's pretty good. But I think these days, people who play games, they have a very, very short attention span. People who play games, people who consider themselves gamers, are people who have like a PlayStation and they purchase a game for like $70. They play for it for like, 8 hours and they consider it a good game. So, they just want flashy shit. They want the stuff right now. They want to beat the game. They want it to be easy. They want to see like a graphics and story. The type of games that Blizzard makes, are not ones that really appeal to like the mass gamers, I would guess. I think some time ago they were people who were into like PCs and had really enjoyed like grindy games where you very slowly got better and your skill really shined after you played it for a while. But I don't think that is the culture these days, and I think that people who play shit on their phones are more of the modern gaming culture. So I think people just don't have the patience really for Hearthstone. But some do. So I think hit and miss. You grab some people out of the phone bucket to play your game. I think it's overall all right. And another thing that was like pretty funny is a lot of people, like someone mentioned in the review, that they didn't agree with the terms of service, so they didn't play the game. But actually, a lot of people are complaining that their phone just doesn't allow them to accept the terms of service, so they're never able to play the game. So maybe you should look into that, because I mean that would suck. If your friends tell you to play the game, you download it. It takes a while, it takes a lot of space, takes a lot of resources. You try it up, and then you can't actually start the game because you can't agree to terms of service. That sucks. So yeah, a few things that can be improved, but overall, I think the reception for the like how well it was pretty well received. Hearthstone was pretty well received by the phone guys. I think a lot of them had already played Hearthstone on their computer, so it's not much of an adaptation. I do think most of the people who learned about Hearthstone through their phones and tried it for the first time on their phones are probably not players who are going to play for a very long time. But even if they play for a little bit, they try this, they try that, maybe they send some money Blizzard's way, try out to buy some packs and take their game to at least a mediocre level. I think it's all really good. I think it could have gone a little better, but again, I just don't feel Hearthstone really appeals to what people want out of games from, like, let's just say, the newer generation of gamers. But oh well, I love it. I'm still playing it. You guys are still watching, so you guys are obviously going to agree with my side. But yeah, it's nice to see Hearthstone grow as a game. I think it has quite a bit from its phone outreach, but we'll see. We'll see. I hope there's growth that has still yet to be realized, and hopefully still a lot of content that has yet to be made. So we'll see what the future is going to come. And for now, enjoy the Hearth. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.